It's been a rainy Saturday in Washington, D.C., but thankfully the precipitation has subsided, and have we got a showdown for you. The New York Empire are 2-0. The D.C. Breeze are 2-0. And one of these teams will be the favorite in the AUDL at the end of the night. Welcome to our broadcast booth. Evan Lepler with Charlie Eisenhood. These are the games that you get really excited for. The New York Empire have kind of over Philly in week one by 13 over Toronto last week. Philly took Toronto to the brink a week ago, or took DC to the brink a week ago. Boxley catches that angled one, and Roy is open deep, but he goes underneath. It's Edmonds, and Boxley has the Breeze score.
Christian Boxley doing a little bit of everything on that point.
Into tonight, the last time they lost was in Washington, D.C. to the Carolina Flyers in the 2021 championship, and Rafis gets a piece of it. He also got a piece of Rushmeyer-Bailey's back, but no call. Merrill going deep. Williams chasing. Merrill rips it down. Oh, Jack was closing fast, but the Joe Merrill Roofing Company did not account for Jeff Babbitt, but a timeout before the throw. And Daryl Stanley is the early MVP from the Breeze sideline. Wow.
Jeff Babbitt cannot.
Boxley to the far sideline, quickly back to Maltz, and he shot it deep, but Knopp stopped cutting, and who else but Ben Katz times the block perfect. Here's Charles Weinberg, his second year on the Empire, and an errant reset. Babbitt, insanity to make that catch.
And this is where the Breeze have been so good. When their D-line has gotten the disc, they've been one of the best in the league at turning it into points. Big hammer.
Reese Bergeron sending it into a crowd that includes Jeff Babbitt. Not a good idea.
You'd be a big deal. So they're just working a little extra hard, and Empire's, it's on their mind as well. Although that last Empire goal was pretty, I won't say phone it in, but routine. Yeah.
There's not a whole lot routine in what these two teams do.
It's just so smooth and so fast.
Oscar looking for Lithio.
He's going, but see, this is where the height, there's nothing you can do. Even if the DC defender had been downfield with him, you know, it's the same. It's like so many sports, it's the matchups. If you're overmatched, then there you go. But that's just a tie game and all this excitement.
Guys that are incredibly talented.
Back to the disc. I think we're a little tired. Guys should have been back to the disc on that throw.
Slide and grab from Maltz. Charlie, what are you seeing from New York?
There's the hammer. Defended.
John Randolph, did he get a piece cleanly? Yes.
And so that's not to be a told you so, but the hammer is
every day.
Oh yeah, sure. I mean,
because kids of our generation grew up watching you.
See, he got turned around. Yeah.
Beautiful throw, and Williams is just shy of the goal line.
Because he was airborne. Yeah.
Floating it for Babbitt, and he's not in either.
Same deal, double team backing him up. Boy, that was, you know, we all want to milk it into the end zone. And sometimes you just can't. Here it is. But you were saying earlier about the DC defense is very good, but still, it's New York.
The game's first break, it belongs to the Empire, and more specifically, 29-year-old Jeff Babbitt.
In the Science Guy show. It's amazing. And if you guys we're in Washington, D.C., watching the Breeze work it back and forth, back and forth. Now they're just about at midfield. He's going for the huck.
Monroe,
okay, I will say
again. Boxley.
I will say again.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. It's just hard to beat New York on the huck, but there was a matchup. He was overmatched and brought it down.
Christian Boxley with a step.
Very close there defensively. McCutcheon and Williams. Weinberg bluffs a big backhand. Instead it's Chartok under. McDonald on the mark. Chartok wants it deep. Oscar chased by Merriman. Perfect throw. Oliver Chartok, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh, and Oscar with some extracurriculars, a little talk. Had a little bump going through and still talking to each other, Tom and Oscar. I mean, what a throw here from Chartok. I mean, you cannot put this in a better spot. Two great defenders giving chase and a big spike right in front of Tom.
Production, efficiency.
He hasn't been quite at that level so far this year, but still averaging 3.5 goals, 3 assists a game.
And you think about how he kind of changed himself in the playoffs last year, and DC kind of took him out of his game in the divisional final. Aaron throw, Yacht read it well, comes up the pick. Empire are out of timeouts, final minute of this first half. Matt Stevens, number 2 in AUDL history in games played. Ben Yacht shooting it. Matt Labar is inbounds to put the Empire back in front. Monroe wants it all. Breton Tan, Christian Boxley battling, back of the end zone. Boxley out of bounds.
That was a heat check throw from Tyler Monroe. He had a couple of great shots and took that one with
Randolph with the disc. Here's Katz. Brownlee near midfield. He'll shoot it with the backhand. It's going to be short of the end zone. Yacht has time, 5 seconds. Yacht slings it across, and Antoine Davis is wide open.
What a throw from Ben Yacht with time winding down here in the first half. All zeros, and New York gets a crushing score at the last.
And it feels like, to me, taking Rowan off the O-line in some ways has changed Johnny and his impact on the O-line significantly too.
Yeah, he hasn't been as effective this season.
Here's the Huck going up, looking for Ort. He's got a long way to go. Oh, well read. That was a difficult catch, and he floats it dangerously. Welcome to the game, Johnny.
Well, he heard what we said up here in the booth, Evan, and he said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and go get myself a spectacular goal.
Making an impact.
Wow, Ben Ort, and that's such a good catch. That's so hard when the disc coming straight over your head. You can't really get beat on it. So he has to wait for it to come into his field of view, and it's blowing by him, and he snatches it. So here, take a look. It's coming in, and now it's over his head. He has to change his head, flip it at 180, and makes that.
And an opportunity to take their largest lead of the night here with the disc in the hands of Solomon Rushmeyer-Bailey. Ryan Osgard gets open on David Cranston. And a reset. Osgard is one of those throwers that just has a knack of putting that extra bit of float when he needs to on a reset to make it so easy for his teammate to make the play. You could frankly say the same thing about Jack Williams and many of these New York players. Babbitt is there, and New York is up 3.
New York just runs dominator there for about 5 passes, and then when everybody gets lulled to sleep in the stack, Babbitt explodes again to the cone. Easy score.
Really see man-to-man D, and they're forcing the Breeze to think a little bit, and Oscar absolutely cancels A.J. Merriman's backhand. Wow.
Unbelievable.
Merriman unable to get the throw off. McDonald couldn't get the block. And New York is back up by 3. Jeff Babbitt. If you're DC here, you've got time, but you don't want to take 2-3 minutes. Going long for Boxley. Randolph racing. Boxley, oh, in the air, skying and dishing. DC converts with Ort in the end zone.
Christian Boxley. He has done it all tonight. What a play. 4 assists now.
Season opener last year, Charlie, when Antoine Davis had some amazing blocks in his Empire debut that basically swung the game.
Sure do. It's good patience here from DC, but they need something.
Wodash looking long. Ort near the sideline. He's got it. Breeze within 1. How about Wodash?
The veteran. Dominator for New York again.
McDonald couldn't get there on Williams. Cranston guarding Osgar in the reset space, but there's only so much you can do. End zone, Babbitt again.
No answers for Jeff Babbitt. He is just too fast across the face of the goal, and he just keeps waiting until the perfect moment. His timing.
Can they dial up another deep shot here? Malks holstered it. Ben Ort's being guarded by John Randolph downfield, and he's guarding him all under. Wanting it deep, here we go. Ort to the deep space. Oh yeah! Johnny Malks with a dime. Breeze within one.
Is Ben Ort the answer for this DC offense?
He just might be.
They have been missing the player to open up the deep space. It's been a big problem for them through the first 2 weeks, and now they finally have somebody
from a D, and the cool and collected, being able to put it out there, but also on the catch, staying focused on just executing the play, and then looking up and finding that next cutter and flow.
That's well said. Oh, Britton Tan gets a piece of it, and Ort catches it anyway. That's the fourth goal of the fourth quarter for the Dutch import Ben Ort. DC trying to sweep the doubleheader and end New York's long winning streak, and they will have a chance to tie. McDonald for Merriman. New York in a junky look. Sizzling forehand connects. And we are tied with 2:12 to go.
What a counterattack.
We tick under 2 minutes play. Ben Yacht is out there on offense for this critical Empire possession. And Merriman blocked it cleanly. Oh my, DC with McDonald. Looked like he had Cranston, looked him off. Dangerous reset, but it gets to Bergeron. Merriman for Bloodgood. To the end zone for the lead. Yes! Colin McLaughlin, his first goal. Bergeron defending Weinberg as he gets it back. Ruschmeyer-Bailey with Rafis trying to cut off that around. Into the teeth of the defense, Williams to Yacht. 40 seconds to go.
And you can burn clock here. You do not have to hurry to score once you're in the red zone. Go into that Dominator and
Ort with no mark.
Well, you can't have a short field turnover, so you'll just let the clock run out here.
Ort's going to need to launch it the full length of the field, trying to channel the greatness of Will Chen. This throw is denied by Babbitt, and overtime is the story in DC.
Wow. Period. So New York could think about burning it here.
They've been perfect on their timeouts tonight in terms of converting after the call with their O-line on the field. Brownlee not waiting for the timeout. Yacht and Monroe jostling. Ort coming too, and Yacht skies them both. Ben Yacht going to the ceiling.
That was absolutely nasty from Ben Yacht. Ethan Fortin with the spike on behalf of Ben Yacht.
And an unsportsmanlike. Malks blades it to Boxley. Over to Ort. It's amazing how you've seen Ort's confidence grow as this game has progressed. DC ties it.
Given that you're going to take the lead.
If you're DC, do you give them the score? Probably not. You don't want to give them the lead, but you also need some time if they do take the lead. It's an interesting situation. Williams throwing near the poach, but it's Babbitt beating Musa-Jah to the spot, and New York's back in front. 29 seconds left.
I don't need to be able to read lips to know that he just told us that he owns that front cone. He has been unbelievable tonight getting to this spot. He does it again. Williams.
Page out of Eric Taylor's book right there. Malks quickly gains some yards and gets it right back. Shooting it deep for McDonald, but Babbitt is lurking. Randolph and Babbitt defensively. Babbitt takes care of it. 15 seconds to go. New York's a couple completions from walking out of here. Cats with 10. Needs one more. A triple team is going to be called with 7 seconds to go. And that should just about do it.
I'm speechless at the decision from Johnny Maltz.
One more completion will officially end it. Marquez Brownlee at midfield, back to Babbitt, and an emphatic fist pump. An emotional road win in overtime. And the Empire's winning streak will continue. An 18-17 overtime win for New York's 18th straight win. And the defending champs are still #1.